Hey guys, it's Lynn. Today is Just Our Imagination, which is a collaboration hosted by Kathy Joe DIYs, Z9 Designs, and Rustic and Lace DIY. The link to the playlist will be in my description box. Check out their channels and the playlist. Today's video, I'm going to use a duster, a belt, and paper towels. All that being said, let's fidget. Alright, for this first one, I busted out my ruler and I am measuring 2-inch strips of this belt that I have. I use that to trace strips out of this paper towel roll piece, and you can kind of see the number of strips I wound up using in the overall project. Here I'm using tongue depressor sticks, and I'm going to form the backing to this thing. And because I measured wrong, go figure, I had to trim this off and then I had to trim it again after. If I had it to do over again too, I would have painted it black at this point, but I didn't, so I had to paint it later. Right now I'm taking those strips and kind of alternating the colors and hot gluing them to the sides of that backing piece. And that's just the pattern I chose. And also, if I had this to do again, I would have done this painting first. This is the Rose Gold by Folk Art. And I did the backing black and those pieces in that rose gold. And here it is. My nifty little modern, I don't know, what would you guys even call this? Let me know. For this one, I took apart some of that duster. I just cut out a little square, and I took some needle and thread and sewed this thing into a pom-pom shape. I wanted the middle to be thickest. And I cut off another couple of strips of that paper towel roll, and I'm painting the front and the back with burnt sienna. I traced out some leaf patterns, and I'm going to fussy cut around that. You'll see the shape in a minute. I set it down sometime, and there's 4 of those I do. Now, I'm going to walk you through this part. This is those pieces that I sewed into pom-poms and my cutouts. I take some of this wire, and I cut it, I trim the pom-pom off a little bit first. Then I take the wire and I wrap it around the pom-pom in an X pattern. And then I took my pencil and curled those leaf pieces and then hot glued the pom-pom in the middle, making little cotton balls. And then I cut off a couple of leaf strips from that burnt sienna piece, like the leftover pieces. And this stick I got outside, and I'm just hot gluing some in spots where I think it's gonna look good. Yeah, I only added like 4 or 5 of them, I think. And then I come in and do the same thing with those little cotton balls. And that's kind of part 2 to the other one, because I put those inside that base. And here they are, my cotton balls and my modern whatchamacallit houdinky vase thing. Y'all let me know, what would y'all have done, like, I don't know, different in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And this one is a paper towel roll with some stir sticks on there, and the base of it is a curtain ring, a wooden curtain ring. Y'all didn't see that part because I lost the footage. But I stained it, dried it up real good, and attached a couple of the pieces of that same belt to the top and to the middle where those sticks meet. And then, okay, with the sisal rope now, I come in and I'm making petal shapes, just gluing them down and cutting them out. And I put a flower together because the belt in the middle section of this thing had a gap in it, and I wanted to cover that up, and that flower did just that. Now here I wrapped the top, middle, and bottom with that sisal rope to complement the flower. And I did a centerpiece. I didn't show that either. I just wrapped sisal rope into a circular shape. Anyway, here it is, guys. I like it with the pampas grass and the flowers. Let me know what you guys think of this one. For this last one, I took a piece of paper towel and covered the entire thing with a spritz of water and some matte Mod Podge, because I wanted some substance to that paper so I could work with it. I came in with my heat gun and dried the whole thing, and it made it really pliable, which is what I was after. Now I fold this up and I cut out a bunch of strips. One really skinny one that I'm going to color with yellow, that's alcohol markers, and I'm going to do the tips, or the edge rather, of that strip in black. And then I'm going to come in with my scissors and cut little tiny slits along that piece of paper towel. And I'm going to attach the very edge to a stick, use some hot glue, and just wrap it all the way around. That's going to be the stamen to our flowers. I'm making some flowers. And now I'm taking the rest of that paper towel that has the Mod Podge on it, and I use fingernail polish. I'm in a really well ventilated area, y'all. You do not have to use this. You could use markers. You could use pretty much anything. But I did some dark parts and some light parts and kind of blended it the best I could, so that when I cut it out into a petal shape like right here, I would have darker and lighter parts to the petals. Now I'm going to come in and glue each petal individually around the top of that stick. I'm going to glue it, and I'm going to push it in and pull it down at the same time, kind of fluffing the petals, if that makes sense. I'm trying to let y'all see exactly what I'm doing. I stay in frame most of the time. And here it is. There's the first one. I'm going to show it to you in a second. Oh, I curled the petals. This is kind of optional. I just like the look that it gives when you curl the petals. Now, I'm going to show it to you. There's one. And I got all those sticks, and I'm going to make a bunch more of them. Well, you know, a few more of them anyway. And that took forever for me and a couple minutes for y'all. Seconds, actually. And I just come in and clip them off of those sticks, and I'm gluing them to another piece of twig I found outside. This is the second part to this one. I got some of that duster pad and, I don't know, just pulled it all apart, made a big stack of it. And then I got puzzle glue, a spritz of water, and some green food coloring. And I applied that, like it's just pulled it apart, added some more, pulled it apart, added some more. And I added a couple of drops of the antique wax by Waverly, and it made it look like moss right down there. See that? And I think overall this thing turned out super cute. I think this has got to be my favorite, because I didn't stop. Here's more. There's red ones and dark pink ones, a whole nother decorative bowl with some of that moss in there. Y'all put down in the comments what you think of this one. Do you like it? Would you try doing it? Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and share so we can try to grow the community. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I love you guys. See you next time.